Hallelujah, Shabbat Shalom Alakum family. Shalom, Shalom, Mishpaka. Yom Shabbat Tov. How y'all doing? Good Shabbat day. Come on in here. I see a lot of y'all already in here. Y'all see what we going over today? The blueprint to a Hebrew Israelite revolution. All right. The blueprint to a Hebrew Israelite revolution. Stephen Atoria Moore, my brother. Man, I was thinking about you yesterday, Steph. Israelite revolution. I was thinking about you yesterday, brother. How you doing? You got the link off there. Let's turn you. There you go. How y'all doing? Shalom, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Shabbat shalom, Leanne. Shabbat shalom, Marcus Yisrael. Shabbat shalom, Kila Olam Kazdu. Shabbat shalom, Yakabah. Y'all climb on in. Y'all climb in. We're going to get everything started. Queen Thing. Shalom, shalom. So basically, we finna pick apart the Bible and show and prove that the Bible is a blueprint to revolution, and the Bible is a blueprint to our freedom while we're here in captivity. That's what we're going over today. Fat butt, don't start. As soon as I go live, my son want to start talking loud in the mud. All praise. Trey Thomas, shalom, shalom. Latoya Johnson, shalom, shalom. Lion of Yah, shalom. Judah Mack, y'all climb on in here. We finna go over scripture today. Y'all make sure y'all pull out y'all pens and y'all pads, but we can really write this stuff down and just truly look at the scripture from a different mindset, mind perspective when it comes to truly being free and what it means to really rebuild the nation of Israel. Because that's what we is charged and sent here to do. And a lot of us is not doing that. A lot of us are progressing in the spiritual matter, but we lack in the physical. A lot of us are very physical and political with it and organized with it, but we lack in the spiritual. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us are good provider for our household, but we don't provide the truth. A lot of us provide the truth for our household, but we don't provide financially for our family. So this whole class is going to be how to bring in the rebirth of Israel holistically in whole. And we're going to look at this from a whole perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not bias, opinion, or none of that at all, but what they did in the ancient time to maintain their integrity and their success under Yahweh. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We finna go and pray on in. We're going to petition the heavens a little taste. Then we're going to get started. So let's face the east. And let's go and get to it. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All praises, all praise. So we're going to sing the Hebrew song, and then we're going to petition the heavens for all the sick in Israel and for Malachi Maccabee. Let's get it in. Yabareka Yahweh Veishmerika Yahweh Bona Elika Vikuneka Yasa Yahweh Bona Elika Ve'asem Kashalom Ve'asem Kashalom Yabareka Yahweh Veishmerika Yahweh Pana Elika Vikuneka Yasa Yahweh Pana Elika Ve'asem Kashalom Ve'asem Kashalom. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. The Most High shall bless you, and the Most High shall keep you, and he shall shine his face upon you. He will bless you, and he will keep you, and he will give you peace. Amen. 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 Hallelujah, Yahweh, we come before you, and we bring before your mercy seat Malachi Maccabee and all the sick in Israel. All the sick in Israel. Anybody that's laying down. Anybody that's sick with inflammation. Anybody that's sick with any type of illness and disease. We bring them before your mercy seat. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach, Yahushua of Nazareth, Yahweh. Yahweh, use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against and attack and to crack the skull of any inflammation, of any disease, of any inflammatories, of anything as such as MS, asthma, sciatic nerve pains, STDs, HIV, herpes, high blood pressure, diabetes. Loose yourself in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua. Loose yourself in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahweh Zibaoth, Yahweh, rain down the healing, bring down the healing that is complete, bring down the healing that is understood right now for our brother, right now for our brother, right now for all the sick in Israel. Loose yourself right now, inflammation. Loose yourself right now, nerve pain. Loose yourself right now, inflammation of the muscles. Right now, in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua, Yahweh Yahweh, Yahweh El Shaddai, Yahweh Rofika, Rofanu, bring down a healing right now that is complete, a healing that is understood. Loose yourself right now. Loose yourself. Come up out of our brother right now. Come up out of all the sick in Israel right now. We cast you out into a herd of swine right now. Right now. Yahweh, use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack and crack the skull of any inflammation, of any pain, of any sickness, of any disease, any diabetes, any MS, multiple sclerosis, any cancers, any pain that's afflicting your people. We cast you out right now into a herd of swine. Right now. We cast you out right now into a herd of swine. Loose yourself in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua right now. Yahweh El Yon, Yahweh Zibaoth, protect us. Send down your angels to put a border and a fence around us to keep your blessed ones in and the ones that's not supposed to be in out. Protect us right now. Loose yourself. These cops that's coming down killing us. Loose yourself. All these 13 bloodlines that's coming against us. Loose yourself in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua right now. 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 Yahweh El Elyon, use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against, attack, and to crack the skull of anything that's invading the minds of our people, whether it be mental diseases, whether it be multiple sclerosis, whether it be depression, whether it be being sad, whether it be being angry, being jealous. Loose yourself right now. Loose yourself right now in the name of Adon Hamashiach Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahweh, Baruch Hashem, Yahweh, bring down your blessings. Bring down your blessings. Unloosen your Holy Spirit to come against us and to chase us down and overtake us. Unloose your blessings to come down and chase us down and overtake us. In the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua, we claim the victory right now. Right now. We claim the victory right now. Right now. We claim the victory right now. Right now. Right now, in the name of Adon Mashiach Yahushua. Let the church say Amen. 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 Hallelujah. Yahoo! Yo, let's get it. Let's get it. Praises. All right, let's get this started, y'all. Let's get this started. May all the sick in Israel be healed right now. We're claiming the victory right now. Right now. We already spoke it, and it is what it is. Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom, my brother. All right, so look, what we going over today, we're truly going over the blueprint to a Hebrew Israelite revolution. And what is a revolution? What it means to a revolution? That's liberty. That's when we come up out of a depressed or oppressed situation that we've been in for many years. The only way that we can come up out of that if we start applying the scripture that was given to us and using the scripture as an actual blueprint. Now, if you look at the household right now in Israel, the woman is all out of control. The man is not playing his position. The children are all out of control, learning from the man and the woman. The household is completely broken. We don't own anything. All we do is buy and consume things. We the highest in disease. We the highest in mental illness. We the highest in demonic, I'm gonna say in demonic tormenting, not possession, because you don't own anything. And if you look at that, the whole Bible gives us a blueprint how to strengthen our nation. The whole Bible gives us the blueprint how to come up out of Babylon, even while we still in Babylon. So once we really start applying the blueprint, y'all will see that this book is a revolutionary book, y'all. Straight up, point blank, period. This is a revolutionary book. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen with y'all, and we finna get to it. Shabbat shalom, everybody is climbing in. Let's get it. Let me change my screen real quick. Share screen. All right, y'all type in some nines and let me know if y'all see my screen share too. Let me know if y'all see my screen share. We're gonna get everything started. Type in some nines if y'all see it, and let's get it started. Hallelujah for everybody that's coming in the chat. Yom Shabbat Tov, good Shabbat day. Glad y'all here. Get y'all some pens and pads and write this stuff down. And this is not even in a particular order. These are just certain topics that we do really need to discuss and go over. And we need to check ourselves and make sure that we are doing these things. All right, let's get it. So look, I want to start this off in the book of Psalms chapter 33. And we're going to start it from 1. And we're going to really read this. What is the blueprint to the revolution of Hebrew Israelites? How to get up out of captivity mentally first, spiritually first, and then of course the physical part follows. But how do we separate ourselves? As we start examining scripture and examining Torah, we see that he commanded us to get up out of Babylon. Now, was he talking about physically first or spiritually first? He was speaking spiritually first. So we first have to shed that old man, shed these old customs, shed these old traditions that was taught by our wicked ancestors or the wicked forefathers that was even taught to the heathens and taught back to us. We have to shed that first, and then we have to build on a spiritual foundation. So the scripture is going to really get into depth about that. And let's get it started. We're going to start in the book of Psalms, chapter 33. Start at 1, brother, and read it loud for him.
All right. Rejoice in Yahweh, O ye righteousness, for praise is comely for the upright.
You see that? So we supposed to be rejoicing in Yahweh all day long, O ye righteous, for the praise is comely for the upright. Come on.
Praise Yahweh with heart.
You see that? Now, why is we praising Yahweh with heart? Obviously, we free. We set at liberty. At the time, David writing this, he the king over Israel. So Israel had their own place. Israel had their own spot, had their own money, had their own army, had their own position. Do we have anything like that right now? We don't have armies. We lost our kings. We lost our military. We lost any type of group that can inflict will to get what we need. We lost everything. Why did we lose everything? It's because we fell and we turned our backs on Yahweh. Come on, brother.
Sing unto him with psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings.
Come on.
Sing unto him a new song.
Come on.
Play skillfully with a loud noise.
Hallelujah. Come on.
For the word of Yahweh is right.
It says for the word of Yahweh is right. See that? So if we are living wrongfully and we're trying to straighten out our lives, we're trying to walk righteousness. Notice the root word to righteous is right. Right means to be justified. So if we're trying to walk in righteousness and be justified by Yahweh, it says that the word of Yah is right. It's time to get back to the word of God. And it says, and all his works are done in truth. Come on.
And all his works is done in truth.
He
loved righteousness and judgment.
See that? So Yahweh loved righteousness and he loved judgment. Come on.
The earth is full of goodness of Yahweh.
You see that? And you can look around, even in this evil society, even in this evil system, even though that the police is murdering us in the streets, even though HIV, AIDS, and all these diseases, all these inflammation diseases, these itises, these osises, it's up on our people at an all-time high. You can still look around and see that it's raining right now, meaning that crops is going to be fed and meaning that we're going to have food. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us came here, got vehicles. I mean, so even though we can look and see all the evil in the world, you can look around and see that God is still working in the world as well. Now, just imagine when he take his spirit up out of this deal. You know what I'm saying? What's going on right now? And we still can see blessings coming, meaning crops is finna grow because the sun gonna come out after the rain, right? So we know that we got food coming. We know that the producers is finna load these crops up in trucks and take them to Snooks and take them to Whole Foods, and we're gonna go buy and consume them. But we're gonna get into that too, because we have to completely unplug from the system. It's time to get in our own agriculture, start doing gardening, start raising our own food, start raising our children under the vibration of YAH'KI and not under the vibration of the system. Right? Come on.
By the word of Yahweh were the heavens made.
Come on.
And all the host of them by the breath of his mouth.
Come on.
He gathered the waters of the sea together as in heap. He layeth up the depths in storehouses.
Come on.
Let all the earth fear Yahweh. Let all the habitations of the world stand in awe of him.
Now, this is what's going to bring the revolution. If all the earth would truly fear Yahweh, if we fear him, And it said, let all the inhabitants of the world, not just of the world of Israel, but of the entire world, because he created the world by his word, which is his only begotten son, Yahushua HaMashiach, right? It says we should be standing in awe at him. Why? Because how did we get here? We didn't just pop up out of thin air. A rock didn't bring us here. We weren't no type of bacteria that evolutionized, and then we came from monkeys and became this. We came here by the word of Yahweh El Elyon. It says just for that and all, we supposed to be fearing him, and we supposed to be standing in all at him. Now imagine the world if everybody really feared Yahweh. Now we know that that's impossible because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. But what about the world of Israel? How about if all the Israelites come together and truly start fearing him? Imagine the things that we can accomplish. Imagine the things that we can get done. Imagine if we truly started taking heed to Yahweh's word. We have our own land, we have our own food, we have our own money, we have our own military, we have our own organizations, we have our own political parties, we have our own economical parties, we have our own morality laws, and most of all, we'll be spiritually connected to our God. Come on.
For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast.
Come on.
Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
Ooh, come on.
He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
See that? Now look, if we truly start hearkening on to the voice of YAH'KI, it said that he bring the counsel of the heathen to naught. Ain't no plan that they can plot against us. It's right here. Ain't no plan. Find that mic. It ain't no plan that they can truly plot against us that's gonna stand. You see that? And then it says he maketh the devices of the people of non-effect. So if you truly fearing Yahweh, you truly moving in unison and unity with Yahweh, it ain't no plans or plots or scheme that can come against us. But the thing is, how they able to shoot us down in the streets, how they able to come and just bring us down. Usually people that's running these camps and usually people that's getting this stuff together and having communities is full of lust, it's full of greed, it's full of people trying to be leaders when they ain't leaders. Yahweh ain't appointed them to be leaders. Yahweh ain't appointed these people to be teachers. Yahweh appointed them to be civilians, but they want the higher seats. They seeking the higher seats. So usually that's when the congregation or the community get brought down because they're not doing what Yahweh had told them to do. Now check out this. It get deeper. Check this out. Come on, brother.
The counsel of the Most High standeth forever. The thought of his heart to all generations.
Come on.
Bless the nation whose God is the Lord.
You see that? It says Baruch. Bless the nation whose God is Lord. Who God is Yahweh. Isn't our God Yahweh? Yes. Right. So my question is this. Why don't we no longer have a nation? Do we have a nation? Do we? Let's talk about what a nation is. A nation is a custom, which is a culture. A nation, it has a political party. A nation have an economical party. A nation have a moral law. A nation have a language. A nation have a land. A nation even have clothes. A nation have their own food. A nation have all these things. We don't have none of them. Why is that? Because we turned our back on him. But we are commanded to bring our nation back. We're supposed to be practicing and rehearsing the old things, but we're not doing them because our mind is on the wrong thing. You see that? So right now we finna get into the blueprint of truly how to revolutionize Hebrew Israelites and come back together as one according to the scripture, not according to the Black Panther Party, not according to the NAACP, look, because we got a lot of black people doing their own thing that's outside of the biblical structure, and that's the reason why it's not working. We doing our own things. And then what we're doing is we're copying and we're looking at what the heathen is doing and how they organize. And we're not looking at how we organize in the scripture. So the blueprint gonna always be faulty and the blueprint will never work because we're not going back to the original blueprint, which was the word of Yahweh. Y'all see what I'm saying? All right, come on. So read that 12 again.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. Woo, and look, y'all know we is that nation. Blessed to us. But the only time we're going to truly be blessed if we start walking in the structure that YAH'KI El Elyon commanded us to. Now, look, watch how this Bible start really breaking open and how it's supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? Like husbands supposed to be protectors, supposed to be providers. Even if you look at the anatomy of a husband and a woman are weaker than us in strength. So they're supposed to be doing the weakest things around the house.
Men are more muscular. We're more taller. Our shoulders are more broader. Our bones are more denser, meaning we supposed to be the one hunting. We supposed to be the ones out gathering the food. The women are more petite. They can sit down for long amounts of time. They supposed to be the ones sewing. They supposed to be the ones netting, making linen, taking care of the children. Like, even if you get into the anatomy of man and woman, it will show you through science what we supposed to be doing. But what happened is the role have been switched, and that's the reason why the kingdom of Yahweh have failed. I mean, look, we in a fallen state. So it's time to get back up. And the only way we can get back up if we follow the blueprint and start following the roles that Yahweh have gave us. Period. Point blank, period. So that's what we finna get in today. In these latter times, in these last days, what is the position the woman supposed to be in? And what is the position the man supposed to be in? And what is the position the children supposed to be in these last days? Let's talk about it. So look, let's go to Genesis. I want to go to Genesis chapter 41. Genesis chapter 41. Because this is where it gets super deep, y'all. And we're gonna see, we're gonna see what it really takes to run a nation. Run a nation. Now, look, what we finna get into is people that ran millions of Israelites. Ran millions of Israelites. Millions. We can't even run 50. Huh? You give an order to 50 men, they can't even commit to that. But we finna see situations where one person was in control of millions, and it worked out. So what is going on? Have we lost the fear of YAH'KI? That's what's been going on. We have lost the fear. So look, let's check this out. Let's go to Bereshit, book of Genesis, chapter 41. Man, look, we're gonna start this deal at 30. Now, peep what's going on. Peep what's going on. In order to lead a good community, in order to rebuild Israel, we need God calling leaders first. You have to be appointed leader. You can't appoint yourself to be a leader. It has to be born in you. And then this leadership has to come with certain spiritual qualities. This is what makes you a leader. So if you lacking these qualities, then step down for the leadership and find who you are. And we can all bring the fullness of this body, for we can truly get this blueprint to the spiritual revolution of Israelites and get up out of Babylon. And what I mean by getting up out of Babylon, I don't mean packing up on a plane and going to Africa, because guess what? Babylon's there too. Yes, I don't mean packing up, getting on a plane and going back to Israel, because guess what? The heathen is there too. This is a mental and spiritual position I'm talking about. And we have to build this amongst each other first. But it takes leaders. It takes a hierarchy. It takes order. And I ain't been seeing order. I haven't been seeing leadership. And this is what it truly takes. So let's examine the blueprint in the scriptures and see what scriptures say. And then we're going to go from there. And then we're going to get into the position of the Israelite woman and the position of the Israelite man and the children. This needs to be corrected first before we try to build anything, before we try to revolutionize anything, before we try to take communities, before we try to get into agriculture. We have to get this straight first. If not, it's gonna fall. Just like Israel fell back then, and just like Israel is in a fallen state now. Period. We have to get the sin out first. We have to bring the fear of YAH'KI. Go get that dope, brother. Of YAH'KI back in first. And then we can start building. So let's start this. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter 14. We're going to start it at 30. 41. My bad, brother. Genesis 41 and 30. Yeah. Mike's over there, brother. I don't even know, brother. Come sit over here by bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get it. So we're in the book of Bereshit, the book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 30.
And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land.
All right, so look, when you get into Bereshit, the story is, okay, Joseph was locked up, right? Joseph got locked up. Joseph ended up getting played by his master's wife. His master wife basically damn near tried to rape him. Well, Joseph ended up getting locked up and doing a couple bids. During his bids, the Most High was dealing with him, and he was able to interpret dreams. So the Pharaoh had a dream that needed to be interpreted. Of course, the heathen can't do it because the Most High not dealing with them like that. So he interpreted the heathen dream. Once he did that, the Pharaoh seen how wise he was. So the Pharaoh listening to him, he telling him, look, you finna go through some famine. You finna go through pestilence. You finna go through a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You finna go through a lot of things. Well, since he already knew that he interpreted the dreams very well, he believed everything. So now Joseph is finna get in a position through God calling him to be in leadership, not for him appointing himself leadership. Through YAH'KI calling him to be in leadership. He's finna get in a position to run not only Israel, but the entire Egypt and all the servants in it. Now look, this is happening in the land of his what? Captivity.
That's right.
I'm saying though,
Hey,
showing you that you can come up out of Babylon while you in what? Babylon. All right, let's Daniel, no, that's on there too. Let's get to it. So let's get to it. All right, so read that and let's read this slow. Let's really see what the Most High was trying to convey to us, and let's really write down this blueprint to the revolution of Hebrew Israelites. Let's get it.
And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land.
Come on.
And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous.
Okay, so look, a grievous time is coming upon the land in Mizraim, the house of bondage. So we see that Joseph is in the middle of captivity. The Negro just got out of jail. He just got done doing a bid, so he most definitely in captivity. But we finna see him rise up in captivity because he obeyed the voice of YAH'KI. And not only that, he put in him positions of leadership and he followed that to the T. But we're going to see other people getting put in other positions and they follow that to the T. Everybody's not made to be a leader, period. Everybody's not made to teach. Everybody's not made to run a congregation. Some people made just to be muscle. Some people made just to be warriors. Some people made just simply to be civilians. And look, a civilian played a part. They play a great part in the church. Because who is the teacher's teaching? This is what we finna have to start coming to grasp with, y'all. We have to stop putting ourselves in these appointed positions and let Yahweh appoint us there. Otherwise, everything is going to fall or nothing will never get built, period. So we finna read what scriptures say, and we're going to go off this biblical blueprint, not off no Black Panthers party, not off the no NAACP, however you say that. Not all these black owned organizations. No, the blueprint to freedom is in the scripture. So let's go to the scripture and see what it say. All right, let's get it.
And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by God, and God will surely bring it to pass.
Come on.
Now, therefore, let Pharaoh.
Stop real quick. We in the book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 33. We wait till you get there. Book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 33.
That's what you're talking about.
There you go. That deal go hard. Yeah. All right, let's get it.
Now, therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet.
A man who?
Discreet.
So the first thing the Most High gonna look at, because look, Pharaoh's looking for a man that's discreet and a man that's wise, but he could put over all of Egypt. So the first thing Yahweh is gonna look at is a discreet man. A discreet man, a man that's not running his mouth, a man that moves in circumspect, a man that have a spiritual discernment, a man that have character, and a man that's very, very cautious before he say yay or nay. So Yahweh is looking for a discreet man to be a leader, discreet man to be over the people, because a discreet man is going to have a certain ability, a mobility of honor and integrity to maintain his position in Yahweh. All right. Now, look, we getting on the women too. We getting on the children. We finna go all across the board. But since the man was created first, guess what we got to talk about first? The man. All right. Now let's take it. Let's take this and let's really read this. Read that again. Start at 33.
Now, therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise.
So look, he looking for a man that discreet and a man that is wise. Come on.
And set him over the land of Egypt.
You see that? Meaning that you have to be a discreet man and a wise man to be over a land. A discreet man and a wise man to be over a people. A discreet man and a wise man to be over a congregation. All right? Everybody can't do this. But it's cool because look, you have a gift that Yahweh gave you. It just might not be this gift. Now, let's look up this word discreet real quick. We're going to keep it going. Let's look it up real fast. Let's look it up.
Makes sense why he's looking at up that you would have to be there, because a man who is discreet and a man who's humble, he's meek like Moses, he's never going to self-will himself into nothing.
Exactly.
He's going to receive everything that obligated us like Abraham.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for a man. Now, if you can't put the corner street mentality like they need to be that strong, bold, growling, you know.
This ain't even talking about that right here. We finna read it. And this show you have to start with your household first. If you can't be this in your own household, you most definitely can't be this over a whole congregation of people, let alone over a community and land. All right, we talking about the blueprint to a revolution of Hebrew Israelites. This is the blueprint. We talking scripture. We're not talking about what you think. We're not talking about what you feel. We're not talking about how no other Negroes did it. We talking about how the Bible did it and how it worked in the Bible. Anything else is hearsay. Now check this out. So for the word discreet is binah, a being, beneath. Now check out what it says. It says understanding, consider, prudent. It says perceive, regard, understand, discern, instruct, all right, to discern. So the first thing we see, he's looking for a man to have spiritual discernment. That is very, very crucial in leadership. Very crucial. That's the first thing that comes with leadership, is having a spirit of discernment. All right. Understanding. You have to understand what you discerning. All right. The other one is consider. What it's talk about how a woman go look at a field and she may consider to buy it. She ain't just going and buying fields. She looking. She making sure it got water on the land. She gonna make sure this is in play. But all these instructions come from who? Her husband. All right. So no, all this talking about discernment. Check this out. To perceive, to discern, to understand, to know with the mind, to what? Observe. All right. To observe, to mark, to give heed, to distinguish, to consider, to have discernment. Now look, discernment means insight. To have insight, understanding, to be discerning, have intellect, to be discreet, have understanding, to understand, to cause to understand, give understanding, to teach. Oh, so a leader and a teacher is the same thing. See, look, we finna get all the way into it. Because look, we're gonna have to start having this discipline before we start building anything. If this go unchecked, ain't no point of building. If this go unchecked, ain't no point of talking about no revolution. If this, because the head is gone. Without the head, where's the body? The body is dead. The body is dead. The body is dead. Yes, Cain. Now look, once we really start getting into this blueprint, you're gonna see everybody not meant to be a leader. It is what it is. Might sound harsh, but it is what it is. Everybody, Yahweh have given everybody their position to play. And find your position and play that. Find your position and play that. Otherwise, we will never get out of Babylon while in Babylon. Now check this out. It says to cause to understand, to give understanding, to teach, to show oneself discerning or attentive or attentive. It says consider diligently, to teach and to instruct, to be prudent and regard. Also, a teacher is a leader, and a leader is discreet. The discreet man is a wise man. That wise man is supposed to be over the land, which is over his house and over the congregation. Now check this out. It says a primitive root, to be separate mentally, meaning that you don't think like the average Joe. You don't think like the regular brother. You see that? Your mind is always on alert. You always on the future tense of things. If I do this, what's going to be the happening result of this? Right? If I say this, how's the people going to take this and then become that? See that? In order for us to truly, truly rebuild our nation, the first thing we need is men with understanding, men that are leaders, right? And if you ain't a leader, find your position, or we'll find a position for you, because that's how it works in Israel. You see that? Now check this out. It says to separate mentally or distinguish, generally, understand, to attend, consider, be conning. Be conning just means to be real swift. You know what I'm saying? You got all types of strategies. You always thinking ahead. Diligent, direct, discern, feel, inform, instruct, have intelligence, know, look, well, to mark, perceive, to be prudent, regard, to be skillful, to teach, to think. You have to be a thinking man. It says cause, make, to, get, give, have, understanding, view, deal, wisely, being a wise man. Now let's go back to this Genesis chapter 41, and now we finna see exactly what he's talking about. Genesis chapter 41, we're gonna start at 30 again. Now, since y'all know what this means, it's going to make y'all examine this whole scripture different. Y'all get some understanding so far? All right, let's get it. We're going to go back to 30. Because remember, he had looked at the Most High was dealing with Joseph and telling him it was going to be famine in the land and everything. And then all of a sudden, we see that Pharaoh start looking for a leader to put it. Now, and this lets you know that the Pharaoh wasn't a wise man. The Pharaoh wasn't a man of this secret. The Pharaoh wasn't a man of stature where he didn't have good leadership, because he's looking for a man to run his land. You see that? Shows you that everybody ain't supposed to be in the position they in. Not even Pharaoh. And Pharaoh knew that. And he like, man, let me put this man, this God-fearing man of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, the spirit of leadership upon him. I'm finna let him run my thing. I'm just gonna sit back and collect residual. Flat out. That's a smart man. That's how you work in business too. Straight up. Come on, let's get it. Yeah. Come on.
And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine.
Yeah.
And all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt. And the famine shall consume the land.
Come on.
And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous.
Come on, brother.
And for that the dream was double unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by God, and God will surely bring it to pass.
Come on.
Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet.
All right, discreet. Now we seen what that meant, right? Right? Mean wise, understanding, have spiritual discernment, a teacher. The whole thing was talking about spiritual discerning thing. This is something that Yahweh have to give you through the Holy Spirit, though. It got to be given on you. And usually you see his teachers and his leaders are given this position and quality first. It's called spiritual characteristics. When you get into the whole anatomy of it, it's called spiritual characteristics. By your spiritual characteristics that the Holy Ruach have given you, you should be signed that position by the character or the gift that he gave you. All you have to do is go to Corinthians, what? Chapter 12. And it breaks down all of these gifts, all of these spiritual characteristics that was put on certain individuals. And for that, they was given a specific label of what they're supposed to be doing in the ministering office, in administrating office, right? All right, let's keep it going. Because look, we have to build this up before we start trying to build anything. Otherwise, it is going to fall like a gingerbread house. Straight up. Come on.
Now, therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise.
And look, being wise is when you apply your discreetness. Once you apply it, that's what makes you wise. But you have to learn the discernment, the teaching aspect, the instruction aspects first. Then once you apply the instructions, once you apply the morality, once you apply these things, that's what makes you wise. You see that? So applying the knowledge make you wise. Come on.
And set him over the land of Egypt.
Come on.
Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers.
All right, so look, not only is a leader appointed, up under that leader, officers have to be appointed too. All these people that's talking about you can't be held in contempt or they are uncountable, you can't even be a part of this then. Because we got leaders and we got officers, meaning we have a hierarchy. We have order. How you trying to be a part of this and you out of order? Come on.
Over the land, and take up the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years.
Now, again, is all this happening in the land of captivity? Yes. I don't hear y'all. It's all this happening in the land of captivity. Come on.
And let them gather all the food of the good years that came, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh.
Now, that's another thing. We supposed to be storing up food. Who is truly storing up? Over 30 days. Supply food. Who got over 30 days supply? We gonna build and we ain't even have this. We want to be the instructor. Don't nobody orders and don't nobody want to be that. Exactly, we do. Hey, look, and once we really get into this story, it's gonna blow your mind because that's the only way we can build. Come on.
And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh. And let them keep the food in the city.
Come on.
And that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 year of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine. And the things was good in the eyes of Pharaoh, and the eye of all his servants.
And the reason why it was good, because it made sense. You got a leader that's discreet, that have spiritual discernment, where leader-like qualities, very wise. They like, hey, look, you know a famine coming. I mean, it happens every 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to escape this. I think that we should leave the food in the cities, but all the plentiness that's around the cities, cut that down and put it in storehouses. Because when the famine come, we all can survive off of it. You know what I'm saying? He looked, he like, man, that's a good idea. Did Pharaoh come up with this idea? No. Hell to the no. Showing you that he's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's just over some stuff. You know what I'm saying? People are just over things. It's like, how did you even get to that position? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the Spirit of God is?
So look, so you have a leader that's over Egypt right now. Right now, Egypt over the world. Y'all understand that right now in Genesis 41, Egypt controlling the whole world at this point. And you have this Pharaoh standing up. He like, man, look, I'm looking for a man of God to lead this. Meaning a man that God called to be in leadership, not a man that put himself in leadership. Right? So he said, it says, and Pharaoh said unto his servant, can we find such one as this is, a man whom the Spirit of God is? This one, the first time you see that the Holy Spirit really working in man in Genesis 41. You see a few times in the earlier book of Bereshit, you know what I'm saying? But you really see it right now. Come on.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as God has showed thee all this, there is none too discreet and wise as thou art.
You see that? He said, there ain't nobody more discreet and wise. There ain't nobody with more the spiritual discernment and wise as you. I need you to run the land. Come on.
Thou shalt be over my house.
Now peep this. Peep the position he's over now. Now remember, a real true leader have to master their household first. You cannot master a congregation. You can't master a church. You can't master a community. You sure can't master all of Israel, and if you ain't mastered your household first. If you ain't mastered your household first. Come on.
Thou shalt be over my house. And according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled.
Woo, come on.
Only in the throne will I be greater than you.
You see that? The only in the throne. Only, look, you're going to be greater than me. The only reason why I'm going to appear to be greater than you, because according to Pharaoh, a part of my bloodline, I got thrown. He said, other than that, man, you running all of this. Not only you finna run my household, but you running my servants as well, all of Egypt. Now remember, all of his brothers, after they tried to kill him way back, they came into Egypt and he blessed them too, and he put them in high positions. You see that? But that's all according to what? His spiritual characteristic qualities, brothers. Period. Remember, we on the man now. You see that we have to build up spiritual integrity. We suck at it right now. Characteristics is all out of whack. No discernment, no good judgment. You see that? A lot of us still chasing lust. A lot of us lust to be seen. A lot of us lust to be heard. And I ain't even talking about vagina, y'all. I'm talking about just lust to be seen. Lust to be heard. Lust to want to run something when YAH'KI didn't put you in that position. Find your characteristics that you're comfortable being in, and maybe that's the position that Yahweh put you in. And look, work that to the fullest. And while you're doing that, we have scripture that says, pray for others, pray for other gifts. You can actually pray for them, but you have to perfect yours first. That's how you truly start walking in your purpose. How are we trying to find a purpose and you ain't even found your purpose yet? We trying to all get in together and push this one purpose. You are not even walking in your purpose. A lot of men, we need to find ourselves. We're lost out here. A lot of us. You can tell in our conversation, things we do, the struggles we have. A lot of us don't even know who we are. And I ain't talking about being a Hebrew Israelite. I'm talking about truly, who are you? What is your purpose here? What is the gifts that Yahweh? A lot of people don't even know they got talent. You know what I'm saying? Yes, of course. You was created from the splitting image of Adam and Eve, which is after the image of God. You have a particular reason and purpose you're here. Everybody was given a specific gift to perfect that and use that to actually bring the will of YAH'KI to the earth. Find that. Do it.
A lot of us got to realize we weren't born to serve the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We want born to serve. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be thinking that our purpose is just get up and do a 9 to 5 and then sit and clock out.
Yeah.
There's way more to that. You know what I'm saying? You don't make your chef, but you also gotta find your spiritual gift first. So you apply,
that is your purpose. That is your purpose. All right, let's get it.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt.
Ain't that crazy? He just got out of bondage. Now he's over bondage while in bondage. All because he feared YAH'KI and he listened to the voice. Come on.
And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand.
Now y'all know what the ring is. The ring is the stamp.
Right.
The ring is a stamp. The ring used to be this big old pinky ring that had a stamp in it. They used to dip it in some type of wax whenever a decree go forth, and they had stamped the envelope. And once it's stamped, it cannot be undone. Even if the king can't even undo it because the word went forth. So he straight gave him, boy, everything. He gave him all authority. Come on.
And the Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand and arrayed him in vesture of fine linen and put a gold chain about his neck.
Come on.
And he made him ride in the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, bowed the knee.
You see that? You got Egyptian servants bowing the knee to a Hebrew Israelite. Come on.
And he made him ruler over all the land.
And we're going to see that we can get in the same position if we truly come together as Israel, fear YAH'KI, and start really keeping his commandment, his spiritual law, his moral laws, his political laws, and his economical laws. All these laws are attached to a God. Y'all know that, right? We just following the wrong God. All right, come on.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt.
Come on.
And Pharaoh called Joseph's name
Zephnath-Panim.
And he gave him to his wife, Asna, the daughter of Phator, Pharaoh, priest of On. And Joseph went out over the land of Egypt.
Now, Zephnath-Panim, if you actually break down in Hebrew, literally break down all of the words, it literally means God will reign in you, showing that God is reigning in him right now in the land of his captivity. Come on.
And Joseph was 30 years old.
Ooh, peep the age. Notice that he was 30. Wasn't Christ 30 when he actually started his walk?
You should ask the question.
We can keep going. Notice all the ones that's really getting put in high positions be the younger generation. Why is that? We're gonna get into scripture and show that too. Look, see, the Most High chose his leaders already, y'all. Whether we gonna like the fact or not, he chose his leaders already. Come on.
And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt.
Come on.
And in the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth by a handful.
Come on.
And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which he had in the land of Egypt.
You see that? So Joseph is over the land. Joseph storing up food, meaning that they're gardening, meaning that they're deep into agriculture. They got officers appointed. They got a whole hierarchy appointed. You see that? They have a whole leadership appointed. So what we're seeing right now is the beginning of a great community ran by who? An Israelite in Babylon. All right, we're going to get the particulars. Because once you get down to the particulars, the women got to play a certain role for this to work. The man damn sure got to play a certain role for this to work. And the children have to be in pocket, period. Down to the dog. If the dog got an order, it need to go. Yes, the pet even got to be in order. You tell the pet to sit in on it, you got to go. Hey, for real, that's how deep this is, because we're trying to summon YAH'KI to come back and restore his nation. He have to see us doing that first before he comes. He's coming back for a church that's what? Without spot or wrinkle, meaning that we already did the work, right? He said he's coming back for a church like that. So he's coming back for a church that's organized. He's coming back for a church that have the political party in order, the economical party in order, the morality party in order, and the spiritual party in check. He coming back for that. We can't wait till he get here and start working on it. We missed the mark. Straight up. Yes, and this means we running out of time, y'all, because right now it's looking real whack around here. And right now it's looking real whack around here. Flat out.
We gotta wake up out of that mindset. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
And laid up the food in the cities, the food of the field, which was around about every city, laid he up in the same.
Come on.
And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea.
You see that, boy? You know how much corn that is? He gathered up corn as the sand of the sea. That's a lot of corn. Man, that's probably like mountain piles of corn. But notice they did this for 7 years straight. We ain't got 30 days worth of food. Boy, hey man. Hey man, this is let me quit laughing. This ain't even a joking matter for real. That is
an awakening.
That's deep.
It's a class to bring a deeper mind, you know, to what's going on. And understand this is that when you get to the New Testament, it says use the word, but don't abuse the word.
Yeah.
And so what you're seeing is a template given by God to Pharaoh, to his people, because the earth is always at rest when Israel is in charge.
Yep.
So what you're seeing is they are using all the things in their captivity to benefit them, bless their people, and then everything's going to naturally benefit around.
You be taking the words right out. I straight got that in my notes. Hey, you straight be not. It's all good. It's just crazy how our spirit be linked, boy. That's deep. That's deep, bro. We straight be linked up. Yeah. Come go give him the mic. Give him the mic. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, got that voice. Get out.
Yeah. Hey, say that again so they can hear you, bro.
It's just how people be flashy with their money, their cars, and all that, the jewelry, the clothes. They spend all their money on that, but they don't never save for food or, you know what I'm saying, whatever you got to get put out your field. Where's the shelter at need?
Exactly.
How you gonna keep warm?
Yeah.
All that jewelry and shit, all the ice. I mean, even with the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like shit. Got the gas station shut down.
Yeah, what you doing?
Ain't no petroleum coming through with the trucks.
Yeah.
We ain't got no oil fields.
You better get buy some bicycles. And that's what we got into. And what I got into is straight investing in gold. We buy a lot of gold, you know what I'm saying, and put our likeness on it, and it increased the value of that gold. That's what we've been doing. By start investing in gold, y'all. True gold. Put your likeness on it. Put insurance policies on them deals, and you be able to cash them in. And the thing about gold is it appreciate once it leave. Everything else depreciate in value. Gold appreciate in value once it leaves the jeweler's hands. You see what I'm saying? So really start looking into gold and stuff, and that's what the currency going back to anyway. That's what the Federal Reserve going back to, and the central banking going back to anyway. What y'all think this one word currency gonna be backed by anyway? It's gonna be backed by gold. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, all these minerals is gonna run out, and they're gonna be trying to force people to take the mark. Y'all bet not do no stupid stuff like that. But yeah, make sure y'all be looking at that too. These precious metals and precious minerals. Now, let's get it.
And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much, until he left numbering.
Come on.
For it was without number.
Who?
And unto Joseph was born 2 sons before the year of the famine came. Which Asnes, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, bare unto him.
Now check this out. Now Pete, what he named his sons and why he named his sons that, and then we're gonna get out of this chapter and really open up this lesson. Come on.
And Joseph called the name of his first son Manasseh.
Now what that mean? Come on.
For God said for God said he has made me forget all my toil.
You see that? I forgot all my toil, my troubles, my labors, me being locked up for these years. So Manasseh meaning you forgetting your troublous time. I forgot all my toil. Come on.
And all my father's house.
Come on.
And the name of the second son called Ephraim.
Now let's see what Ephraim means. Come on.
For God has caused me to be fruitful.
Oh, come on.
In the land
of
my affliction.
Oh, so look, check this out. So Ephraim means to be fruitful in the land of my captivity. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. But we can't do that with wrong leadership. We can't do that with out of the line women. We can't do that with lustful men. And we can't do that with wicked children. You see that? And we can't do that with people that's not accountable. We can't do that with lying tongues around us. We can't do that when men can't commit to nothing. We can't look. If you notice, get into the Nation of Islam. Notice it's called a nation, right? Now, is it the Nation of Islam really a nation? No. According to definition, no. But it's a nation state because guess what they have? They have a money bag. They have a military. They have a leader. Yes, they have a whole organization. And look, and they have a land. And if you go against anything, they have somebody that's coming to afflict the will. Like they got officers and everything. They can come and flip the wheel and they can straight bind you, lock you up. They got their own lawyers. They got their own political parties. They got their own morality law. They got their own spirituality and they got their own economical system. And they not even, this is a made up nation. What do we got? A damn thing. No, we ain't even got that because we sinning constantly. Because if the Most High was truly with us and we was truly supposed to be doing what we was doing, we would have been up out of here. We'd have been had all these things we planned for. And we're going to show that too. What's happening is we have failed as a people to straight comply with the words and the blueprint of this book here. The whole blueprint is in the book. We're not keeping none of it. First thing you have to do is get your spirituality in check, your spiritual law. Then it's the moral law, morality. After that, it's the political parts of this thing, which is the reason that got Christ killed in the first place. Last but not least, it's the economics. A part of that morality and that political law, you got armies, you got different offices and all of that. We finna get to it, though. We finna get to it. Come on.
And the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended.
Yeah, they were ended. Now, let's stop there right there. Let's keep it going. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3. It's finna get deep, y'all. Isaiah chapter 3. Now, again, here, we talk about the blueprint to a Hebrew Israelite revolution. The blueprint. What do we need? What have we lost? So write this stuff down because everything we finna read is the stuff we lost. These are things that we need to get back. So whenever anybody's talking about making up some type of political party, like we got the Black Messiah Project, which is strictly out of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Notice the things that we got listed on our list is everything in this. Everything we lost, we need to get back.
Got a quick precept. Everybody flip it.
Go ahead, brother.
Write this down here. Genesis 50, 19 through 21. Genesis 50, 19 through 21. And it speaks about that. It says, and Joseph said unto them, fear not, for I am in the place of God. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it good unto me, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. Now therefore fear ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them. And that's what he gave back to his brothers, even though they put him through the worst affliction, tribulation, and trial that any of us probably wouldn't go through.
He put them on, man.
And still put them on.
He put them on.
Because he realized the mind of God. And they even recognized that when he had children, he named them.
Okay. Now check this out. Let's keep it going. All right, we in the book of Isaiah. We finna start this deal at 1. Please write this stuff down because look, we finna have to start coming to the realization that we missing these things and we need to get these things back in order to get where we going. All right. Before we talk about grabbing things, before we talk about organizing things, before you talk about snatching land, look, this has to be in place too, because who's gonna protect the land? Who's gonna take care of it? Who's gonna do the agriculture side? Huh? Who gonna do the clothes? Huh? Who gonna make the food? Do we got anybody that's gonna defend the land if somebody come on? Niggas don't even know how to use an AR-15. You see what I'm saying? People don't even have experience in shooting. Just because you know how to pull a trigger and cock a one in the chamber don't mean you a good shot. People ain't physically fit. You see what I'm saying? The women are not only weak in hands but weak in mind too. Need to be built up. Children ain't even in order. I mean, like, we really finna have to examine this stuff, y'all. If we talking about really doing this, really having a revolution of Hebrew Israelites. Can't be talking about it and we planning, but ain't nobody doing the extra stuff on the outside of it. Straight up. Who training? Who is truly training being marksmen? Who is truly working out? Who is truly can go into the woods and identify certain plants that's going to heal you or certain plants that if you eat them, it's going to kill your butt? Huh? Wound repair. I mean, who? Clothes making. When we can't go to the store and we done grew out everything, who gonna stitch my clothes up? Building houses, framing. I mean, all these things have to be in position before we start just busting and making moves. This show you how truly behind we are. How truly behind we are. Because you don't see that ever happening in the scripture. Ever. If y'all find it, show me. Last I see, if Jeremiah, when they left up out of Babylon to go, when they left up out of Jerusalem going Babylon to build houses, guess who left with them? Carpenters, locksmiths, the accountants left, the priests left. Everybody was already equipped. Everybody's already trained up. So it went nothing to rebuild because everybody was already trained up in their gifts that Yahweh gave them. The elders left, the teachers left. Everybody was already in position before they left. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, so let's read it.
The captain of 50 and the honorable man.
I'll start at 1 again. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1.
For behold, the Lord of lords of hosts does taketh away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff.
All right, so now we see. Now notice what it says, for behold, Yahweh Zebaoth. Where really it says Yahweh El Elyon, Yahweh Zebaoth. This talking about his heavenly army. Now it says, doeth take away from Jerusalem. We are considered his bride. So we are Jerusalem, right? Now he's taken away from Jerusalem and from Judah, the stay and the staff. You know what that means? That means instructions, right? Instructions and the statutes have been taken away from us because we wouldn't follow him in the first place. Come on.
The whole stay of bread.
He took in our food.
The whole stay of water.
And our water. Can you go right now to your own spring and make you some water? No, you can't because you ain't even got your own land. Yeah. Can you go right now to your own crops and shave off some barley and make you a loaf of bread? Now, look, check this out. Even if we had our own land and we was growing our own crops, is the women and the man equipped enough to cut the barley and know how to add a certain amount of ingredients to it to get it to rise into a bread? You see that? All right, so look, this is off already. We supposed to know this stuff already before we even try to get to that. Come on.
The mighty man.
Look, we lost our mighty man. That's our strong man. Come on.
And the man of war.
And the man of war. Notice that the mighty man and the man of war is two totally different men. You see that? We lost our mighty man and we lost our man of war, meaning our warriors. Come on.
The judge.
We even lost our judges.
And the prophet.
And the prophet. Where are our prophets at? Nowhere to be found. Now we got to look to the book for them. When it's supposed to be prophets among us in these last times. It said his young children will what? Prophesy. Come on.
And the prudent.
And the who?
And the prudent.
Everybody proud. Everybody think they over something. Everybody want to give out instructions. Everybody want to do this. Don't nobody want to humble themselves down. Nobody. Everybody want to be in a high seat. Nobody is humble. Nobody is prudent. Well, I wonder how this land gonna get rain. I wonder exactly. I wonder how this revolution gonna go. Land fall quicker than we built it. Boy, straight up. Come on.
And the ancient.
And the who?
The ancient.
And the who?
The ancient.
Where's our ancient at? Now, only way you can tap into the ancients is by tapping into the ordinance and the traditions. What is our ordinance and traditions? We done fell away from that. Come on.
The captain of 50.
The captain of 50, showing we had what? An army. Where's our army? Or we even working on an army? I know a few people that actually got military guns. They training, and I can call them out. You know what I'm saying? That's hearsay though. But are we doing it? Is the whole Israel doing it? You look out to New York, a lot of them doing it, but they missing the spiritual aspect. You know what I'm saying? You see some, they got the spiritual aspect, but they missing the physical aspect. What's going on? Yep. That was missing the spiritual and the moral part. They had the political part, they had the economical part, but they was missing a God, which is Yahweh, and they was missing the moral law. You're exactly right, brother. And that's the whole thing. We have to bring all of these things into play before we even talk about grabbing anything. Otherwise, it's gonna fall before we even enter the land. It's gonna fall. And this is not according to me, it's according to the scripture. Once we read it. And the women gonna have to be in check, the children gonna have to be in check, and the man gonna have to be the most accountable. Straight up, the most accountable. Come on with it.
And the honorable man.
And the who?
The honorable man.
Uh-huh.
And the counselor.
So hold on. So look, we lost the captain of 50. We lost the honorable man. Who is honorable amongst each other? We don't even keep our word to each other no more. Huh? You say you're going to do this, it's going to get done. You say you're going to be here, you don't be there. We have lost honor. It says in the counselor. Counselor be short, few. You say some good things, but it ain't really followed to the T. You see that? Come on.
And the cunning artificer.
Come on.
And the eloquent
orator.
See
that? We done lost our speakers. You see that? Come on.
And I will give the children to be their prince.
You see that? Come on.
And baby shall rule over them.
Now what? Who's ruling? The children is ruling over the household. Look at the households. All out of order. All out of order. You sure can't have that in your land. You sure can't have that on the community. You sure can't have that. Come on.
And the people shall be oppressed.
Come on.
Everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor.
Now, is it supposed to be like that? According to Jeremiah 29, in captivity, it says, go build ye houses, plant ye vineyards, eat the fruit thereof. Tell you to multiply, be fruitful. Give your daughters to your sons, give your sons to your daughter, for you may be fruitful in the earth. But here it says, once we turn our back on Elohim, it says that the people shall be oppressed, which is happening right now. But we see that if we're following the words of YAH'KI El Elyon, that we can actually be up in the land of our captivity. We see it all the time. Do y'all realize when the Romans and Caesar and them was ruling, it still was a temple and everything? Y'all realize we had our own money, even though you had to break bread and break taxes to them. We still had our own bank. We still had our own hospitals. All of it was the temple, but we had a set up establishment in the middle of captivity. And it's been like that for many thousands of years. Why we don't have it now? Why we don't have it now? Because we have lost our role and our position. Come on.
The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
And we see that a lot. Where the youngest don't like to even listen to the elders. Now, I ain't gonna lie, some of these elders be off than a mug. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the elders that's actually giving good advice. That's actually looking out for the youngest. We think we know it all. The spirit moved differently in us. We got a more fire to us, so we don't think we got to listen to them and everything else. Humble yourself. Come on.
And the base against the honorable.
Come on.
When a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, thou cast clothing, be thou overruled.
Now, peep that. This is how whack this has become. It's becoming so bad and so trodden down that we just choose anybody to rule over us. Dang, nigga, since you got clothes, you rule over us. I ain't got no clothes, you got clothes. Could you be our ruler? When we had rulership in order. We had rulership in order, but we fell from it. So it says, when a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, thou have clothing, be thou a ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. Let you rule everything since you got clothes and I ain't got clothes. What about what the Most High called? That this secret person, that discerning person, that wise person, that instructor, that true teacher, the one that truly know how to fast, the one that's disciplined, the one ain't looking to have lust, the one ain't chasing vagina, the one that's truly looking out for the people's sake. Ain't them the ones that Yahushua choose? But we see that we so messed up in our mind frame due to the war and due to going through slavery and us falling away from YAH'KI, we pick anybody to be over us. Anybody. Anybody.
Football players.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah, come on.
And in that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be an healer.
Ooh.
For in my house is neither bread nor clothing.
Come on.
Make me not a ruler of the people.
You see that? And then the ones that do get offered the position, they don't even want it because they lack confidence in themselves. And look, you hear that? I will not be a healer. I ain't finna come set none of you Negroes free. For in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. So we got people that's going to be turning down their positions too. A lot of us are called to be leaders, but a lot of us are called not to be leaders. But the ones that's truly being called by Yahweh, forsaking their positions, and the ones that ain't supposed to be in position of leadership at all is stepping up in leadership. And that's why we see this. Something always going on. It's always some stuff in the background. Things are always going wrong because for every action, there's a what? Reaction. And the worst thing you want is a ruler that ain't supposed to be in rulership. And I'm thank God that Pharaoh in that time in Genesis 41 peeped that he wasn't a ruler, and he seen YAH'KI working through Joseph, and he put him over the land. If not, all of them would have starved to starvation. Y'all realize that, right? Straight up, because it was famine for 7 years. If it wasn't for Joseph having that discerning spirit and like, hey, you know what? Let us stir up seven years worth of food. All of them would have died in Egypt. All of them. We wouldn't be here till this day. Because remember, they went in 70 souls and came out what? Boy, come on.
For Jerusalem is ruined.
See that? Jerusalem have been ruined. Who ruined Jerusalem? No, we did. Notice who it's talking about now. Have it mentioned a woman yet? Now it's going to get on a women head, but have it mentioned a woman yet? No, the men have failed from their occupation. Men have failed from their leadership. Men have failed from their order. Men have failed from what the post that YAH'KI gave them, not the post they've been giving themselves. And for that, we all fail. Come on. Now, of course, if the man fall, the whole household going to be jacked up. Yeah, because he the head. Boy, come on.
For Judah is fallen.
Ooh, now look, not only Jerusalem is ruined, which is us, it gets particular. Judah, the leading tribe. And the reason why I'd always pick us out, because Christ came through the tribe of Judah. Yeah, he the lawgiver. And this, look, and that's why treacherous Judah. Like I straight gave you the law. I gave your specific tribe the law. And you twerking on that Jeremiah 3 and 2 and 3 and 4, boy, go deep into that. We're gonna go there next though. Come on.
Because their tongue and their doing are against Yahweh.
All right, hold on. So look, for their speaking, and their doing are against Yahweh El Elyon. Corruptible communication. Don't know how to speak to one another. All types of ungodly things coming off our mouth and our tongues. But we trying to build a nation. We want to get land. We want to do this and do it. We can't even check our mouths. And our doings. What are we doing behind closed door? All these secret sins. Just because we don't see them, that don't mean YAH'KI don't see them. All the secret lust problems we got. Lust to be seen, lust to be heard. Lust to be in control. Lust to do this, lust to do that. Damn, calm down. Play your position in your role. You be cool. You be all right. Come on.
To provoke the eye of his glory.
Woo, come on.
The show of their countenance does witness against.
You see that? It just said our faces right now. It's witness against. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about because y'all got them stank faces. It says the show of their countenance do his witness against them. I remember Malaki was teaching the class like 4 years ago. Boy, I was hit. He tapped me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. But everything he said, I'm like, man, this nigga spy on me last night. Everything he's talking about, I had just committed, boy. And my whole face showed it. That's when you truly, truly guilty of sin. And then those scriptures really cut you to the bone. Like that Hebrews 4 and 12 talk about. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
And they declared their sin as Sodom.
You see that? They declared their sin as Sodom. What do that mean? That means a lot of effeminate things going on. A lot of homosexual activities going on. Yeah, amongst Israel. Amongst Hebrew Israelites that claim they in the truth. Hebrew Israelites getting in contact with transsexuals. Yeah, look this stuff up. Going on amongst the community right now as we speak. Yeah. They declared their sins as Sodom. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? All right. Straight brimstone. You can actually go visit it right now, can't you, sister? Go look. Yeah. Come on.
They hide it not.
See that? They don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. It is what it is. Yahweh forgive me. Nope, not shamefaced at all. Come on.
Woe unto their
Whenever
soul.
you hear woe, that means what? Warning. Woe to their souls, not to their flesh, to their souls. Ooh, come on.
For they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Come on.
Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with them. For they shall eat the fruit of their doom.
Come on.
Woe unto the wicked.
See that? Woe unto the wicked. Come on.
It shall be, I'll with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him.
Come on. Yeah, come on.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
You see that? Children are their oppressors. Whether it's child support. Yes, that's one of the main ones. Child support. Children oppressing you, boy. I mean, beating you, trotting you down. You make $5, they want $4.99. You like, damn. Yeah. You make 100, they want 99.99. Straight up. Yeah. It should be ill with him. Yeah, come on.
and the woman rule over them.
We see that right now where the household is flipped. Woman ruling the household. Man ain't even in there no more. Yep. Children become before the man. I be saying that on Facebook a lot. Yeah, that's what's happening. The whole role has been flipped. And that's because we have not been following the blueprint. Period. Or if you rule in the household, you ruling it with an iron fist. I don't even cause all that. You see that? That's why we too extreme. We either too weak in the household as men, or we too strong in the household as men. I'd rather be called strong than weak, though. I tell you that. So don't put me against the wall. Hey, I'm gonna rule well, bro. Straight up. You see that? Come on.
Oh, my people. They which led thee cause thee to err.
You see that? Oh, my people. They which lead thee cause thee to err. So if you cause your children to lead you, it calls you to sin. You cause your woman to lead you, it calls you to sin. You cause Babylon to lead you, because that's where they get this ideology and mindset from. That's where the women and the child get it from anyway. From Babylon. It calls you to err in your ways. Come on.
And destroy the way of thy path.
Ooh, come on.
Yahweh standeth up to plead.
Now, when he say plead, it don't mean he stand up to talk to you. It don't mean he stand up to bargain your judgment. Plead mean he stand up to judge you. Come on.
And standeth to judge the people.
Come on.
Yahweh will enter into judgment with the ancient of his people.
Ooh, so that mean the very ancients that you just trotted down, that you talked against, that you didn't listen to. These gonna be the same ones judging you as well. Come on.
And the prince thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard.
Ooh.
The spoil of the poor is in your house.
Come on.
What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor? Said the Lord God of hosts.
Now stop that, because before we get to the women, I want to go show war. Let's go show war. Let's see what we supposed to be doing in this day. Let's go to Luke chapter 22. We're going back to this though. So we're going back to Isaiah 3 and we're starting at 16.
Proud of YAH'KI. His first 4 hours, 5 hour class.
Man, I just went live, brother. All right, let's get it. We going to
so proud of you.
We're going to book of Luke chapter 22. Start at 30. Luke 22 and 30. Luke 22 and 30. Now remember, if you get into the Vatican Church, the Vatican is its own state. The Vatican have its own bank, and the Vatican have its own military, don't it? The Vatican have its own God, the Catholic Church. All right, you get into Islam. The Islam have its own state. The Islam have its own political party. Islam have its own banking currency. Islam have its own military. All right, you get into Hebrew Israelites. We ain't got a damn thing. Why is that? Because we're not putting forth these things, and we're not training ourselves up. We're just going for things. We got big ideas and we shoot for them, but we're not discerning enough to pick the little things and master those things first. We have to be that way. We have to have this type of mentality, especially if we're in leadership. So let's go to Luke. Yeah, Luke 22. Start at 30, brother. Let me get there real quick. 22. Yeah, Luke 22 and 30. All right, let's get it.
That ye may eat.
Is that my baby crying?
And drink at my table.
Hold on. Let me get there, brother. Go check out. Go get him. All right, let's get it.
That ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Ooh, come on.
And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
Sift you as wheat. Come on.
But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
All right, Simon Peter was going off. You know, hey, he was quick to draw that sword. But notice what he had. He had a what? Sword. Brothers, if you ain't got no natural sword or gun, get you one. You shouldn't. How are you a man of the household and you can't even protect your household? Straight up. What are you doing? How are you protecting the household? You ain't even got a natural sword. Of course, a spiritual sword, you need this. I mean, this is without a shadow of a doubt, but you need physical protection too. And learn how to use it. How you got all these guns, you don't know how to shoot. You can't even aim. It makes no sense. But we're gonna protect the land. And half these Negroes ain't got hands out here. I'm telling you. Hey, these are facts. I'm being real. Half Negroes ain't even got hands. Ain't have a fight a day in their life. I'm just speaking truth. So look, we need to start thinking smart here. Because we got women and children to protect.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Straight up. Come on.
And he said unto him, Lord, I am ready to go with thee, both into prison and to death.
Come on.
And he said, I'll tell thee, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day. Before that thou shalt thrice deny that thou knowest me.
Come on.
And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lack ye anything?
Now to show you that we did have a money bag, write that down. Every man should have a money bag. Now today when we think of the word purse, we think like, you know, God, he's a homosexual, he got a purse. But you're supposed to have a money bag, a wallet. You're supposed to have a money bag. You're supposed to have your script, and you're supposed to have shoes. But it says he sent them out without any of these things. It says, lack ye anything? Question mark. Come on.
And he said nothing.
Come on.
Then he said unto them, but now.
But what?
But now.
But now, because we at war. Do y'all consider we at war right now? Anybody? Is we at war right now? All right, so what do he say? But now, come on.
He that has a purse.
He that have a purse.
Let him take it.
Take your purse. Meaning that, hey, get your money up. Because we going to need it. Because money is a strong defense. Can't get land without money, right? Can't buy guns without money. Can't buy seeds to grow crops without money. This ain't saying make money your God or love it. But you better have a purse. And if you ain't got a purse, what are you doing out here anyway? You most definitely out here doing something wrong. You wake up every day and you ain't getting no money. How you going to take care of your family? How you going to bring food into the house? How you going to pay the bills? But these are things that we're trying to get away from. Paying bills, paying mortgages, build from the ground up. But you got to have money to even buy those things as well. See that? So he say, then said he unto them, but now he that have a purse, let him take it. Come on.
And likewise his script.
Make sure you get that script too. Come on.
And that he has no sword.
And if you ain't got no sword, you ain't got no weapons, what he say?
Let him sell his garments.
Sell your clothes. Because we at war. And buy one. Now, what do you see that? So it's time for us to get our artillery up, showing us that it's time to bring our army. It's time to build our army back up. We've been down an army for so long. Christ telling us build army back up. We got things to protect, women and children. And make sure you had a money bag. And if your money ain't up enough, sell your garments, sell your clothes to get one. But we gonna need physical protection because we have lost our mighty man, our captains of 50, our warriors. Didn't we just read that in Isaiah 3? Showing you that man have failed, man. We're in a fallen state. A fallen state. All right, come on.
For I say unto you that this that is written must yet be accomplished in me. And he was reckoned among the transgressors. For the things concerning me have an end. All
right, let's stop there right there. Let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 21. There's one verse.
You got the foundation to teach you how to build a strong foundation.
It's building a strong foundation, exactly. Now notice what we seen first. First, in order to even have any type of congregation, in order to have any type of community, in order to be that, you have to find leaders. These leaders have to be discerning leaders. These leaders have to be discreet. These leaders, give me some more words. What else we looked up? They have to be teachers. They have to be instructors.
They have to be teachers, leaders, discreet.
Humble.
Wise.
Yep, wise, meek, of understanding. And look, notice we read understanding and discerning like how many? Like 50 times. See that? So first we need that. Then after that, we need to build back up the armies. We need to build back up the prophets. We need to build back up all of these things. Now it's time to make moves. Now it's time to make moves. That's like you buying a new car and Negro, you ain't got no gas money. Where you going? You gonna sit on the hood and look good. You know what I'm saying? Boy, as soon as you actually take them around the corner, hey man, I ain't got no gas money though. But what are you doing? What are you doing? You going on? Yeah. Hand him the mic, bro. You going off, Nate?
And in Isaiah 9, when they say a child and a son is born into us, look at the things that Christ had. You know what I'm saying? Counselor.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You know
yeah. Mighty God. Yeah. Everlasting Father.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right. So the things that he was born with, he was not just only possession, that he came to teach those
exactly. Like you
things.
said, you said something deep though. You said a foundation, teaching you how to build a foundation. But
right.
before we build a spiritual house, we have to have a foundation. Otherwise, it's gonna fall overnight, bro.
So where he went, everybody will know he was in Isaiah 9:96. And notice what it says in there. It says, and the government shall rest in his shoulder.
Okay.
Because all that is in place that you have to be talking about.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's very good. All right, come on, let's get it. So this is just a one-hitter quitter. Just want to show y'all that we truly had an army, y'all. I'm gonna read this myself. It's a 1 Samuel 17:21. It says, for Israel and the Philistine had put the battle in array. Army against what? Army. So Israel had their own army. All right, how can you be an army without weapons? How can you be an army without different political parties and structures inside the army? How can you be an army and a warrior without training? Who out here training? Huh? I mean, for real, even if you ain't got together something training, we ain't called, you better get on YouTube. There's all types of instructions on there. You better follow, hey, you better follow that type. But look, how we talking about protecting or how we talking about defending? We can't shoot. We don't even know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Bite me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real. Like, really, let's start thinking about this. People, we can't put our hands together. You can't even protect your household. How are we gonna protect hundreds and hundreds of people, let alone millions? Huh? Y'all realize that we are the physical army on the earth for Yahweh's church. Yeah, we are all we got. Who else protecting us? Bro, y'all look, hey, y'all Google this. How many people done called the police to help them and end up getting killed? How many black brothers done called the police for help and the police get there and kill them? Of course, we all we got. We need to be policing our own neighborhoods. Straight up. Or we need to get up out of these neighborhoods and build our own thing, but we have to have everything else in play before we start busting them type of moves. Straight up. For real. So look, it says, for Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. So Israel has an army. My thing is, where are the soldiers? Where are they at? They all just died off? Or am I looking at them right now? And we just ain't tapped and tuned into that yet. Huh? For real. We need to have mats down right here. We need to get some boxing gloves. For real. Pick a day of the week, move these chairs, and we need to start having some hand-to-hand combat training. Whoever weak with these hands need to step their hand game up. Straight up.
You said something very powerful, brother. You said lack of confidence, and I think that's what it is. Like, we just scared to step up.
Yeah.
Because we don't believe in ourselves.
Yeah. And a lot of us are moving off our own voice and not moving off the voice of YAH'KI. That's what it is. Because when you clearly hear the voice of God and he tell you to do something and you do it, man, the feeling is great. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I wanted to be a musician. I'm one of the dopest at it, but that wasn't my calling. I'm a healer, I'm a leader, and I'm a teacher. This is what it is. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are called to do something else, but they want to do everything else. You know what I'm saying? I had to realize, dang, I'm not a musician. I'm dope at music. You know what I'm saying? I can sing, I can rap, I can write, I can play the piano. I'm dope at it, but that ain't my calling. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm dope at street teaching. I used to be going to street camp all the time. I loved it. It's like, Mally, when we going back out on the streets? That ain't my calling. There's other people that's put in position as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of the priest, organizer, leadership. That's me. It's what it is. Did I want this job? I didn't want this. Ask bro, I didn't want this. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be out there in the streets. I wanted to be rapping. I wanted to be doing all of that. Even in the truth. I'm like, well, I can just make truth music going towards the truth music. And it's like, nah, Most High, like, nah, brother. I need you in this position. You know what I'm saying?
Jonah didn't want the position that the mission that he was for.
Can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. You can't take a leadership position. It have to be given to you. Can't take a teacher. You just can't. One day you just can't be a teacher. That have to be in you. Period. It got to be there. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Spirit of discernment is given to you by the Ruach. You can't get it yourself. You have to pray for that and receive it. Being wise. Literally, they have to come. The spirit of wisdom got to be put on you. It's certain things that you can't get it yourself. Yahweh have to give it to you. And they'll let you know by the spiritual characteristics that you have, what position you supposed to be playing. And that's simple and plain. That's just the truth. Just the truth. All right, so look, let's go to Exodus 15:3. Exodus 15:3. Read from 1 to 3. I already know it's gonna have to be a series of class, boy, because I got so many scriptures we ain't even touched yet. All right, let's get it. Now, remember, we talking about the spirituality or the spiritual aspect, the moral aspect, the political aspect, and the economical aspect. We haven't even gotten to that yet. We just laying the foundation first, and then we're just going to start breaking all these down. I already know this is going to be a long class, so we're going to have to break it up. But hopefully y'all get the gist of what I'm saying right now. Do y'all? Y'all get where I'm going? Okay, hallelujah. All praise. All right, let's get it.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh, for he has triumphed, glorious. The horse and his rider has thrown unto the sea.
Ooh, come on.
Yahweh is my strength, and song, and he is become my salvation.
Right.
He is my God.
Come on.
And I will prepare him an habitation. My Father God. And I will exalt him.
Come on.
The Lord is a man of war.
You see that? So YAH'KI is a man of war. If he a man of war and his son is the general of the army, who are the soldiers? Huh? We are. Yeah, right. We supposed to be, because we showing that. I'm glad you said that, sister. We supposed to be. Come on.
The Lord is his name.
The Lord is his name. All right. So look, we see that we had an army. We see that we supposed to be protectors. When you get into the book of Genesis and you seen after he created Adam, right? Before he created Eve, was Adam given instructions to build and keep the garden? Notice that. He gave him instructions before the woman was even in play. And that was to dress or fashion the garden, meaning bring all the furniture in here, get it all looking well, and keep the garden, meaning protect the garden. Then after that, we see Eve was created. So this show you the position that man's supposed to really be in. You know what I'm saying? Now, I used to come from that ideology, especially listen to a lot of New York Negroes. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't have to provide. Only thing you had to do was provide scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That was your spiritual money, and the woman did everything else. I used to read up on that, especially going from the One West ideology. You know what I'm saying? But when you really start getting in the scriptures, boy, it's plain as day that the man is the provider. Plain as day. I don't care what. It's plain as day that the man provides. Plain as day. Go ahead, bro.
So if we're married to the Most High in the beginning and now we're married to Christ, don't they provide all our needs?
Yes, they do.
Aren't we made in that same image?
Yes, we are.
Should that same pattern be passed down?
Yeah, but it's not though, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why we're falling. Because now we have this ideology. You know what I'm saying? That once you get your rib, we put them in positions and we do all this with them. They the one who really bringing in the money, and all we got to do is provide the word. That ain't scripture. That's not. I used to believe in that though.
Right.
But that ain't scripture. When you actually see how he set up the first blueprint, the template, you know what I'm saying? When he created Adam fashioned and Adam guarded the garden, then the woman came. After everything was ready, then look, Adam went to the father. He didn't have to pay a dowry, but he went to the father, and the father gave him a possession after he was actually suited and booted up to take care of the possession. You see that in the garden. Then you look, hold on, it goes even further. When you get into Genesis and you see what was happening with Jacob and Rachel and them. How long did he have to work? Yes, because he had to build up stuff and build a house to put his possession in. Otherwise, I mean, I'm saying, look, what we gonna do? We're gonna get a hotel room and become married. Well, I'm gonna hit you in my car and become married. I mean, how am I taking you to be my wife? Like, where am I gonna put you at? Because after that, you become my responsibility, my possession. You know what I'm saying? What, my chain? You think I'm gonna take off my chain and let another Negro put it in his jewelry box? Because I ain't got one. This is what we missing. This is truly what we missing. And look, this is keeping a woman from fulfilling her duties as a woman according to the scripture. When you're doing it, because now she's being a man. Now you wonder why she got testosterone problems. She want to cuss and because you have failed from your position in the first place. Now, when you go over to Proverbs 31, was the woman a working woman? Of course, but she didn't work for no man. She worked for her husband in his house. Oh, in his what? House. Because he provided the house for her. Now, is we in a position? Is a lot of men in a position to do that? I'm not knocking you. All I'm saying, you're supposed to be putting yourself in a position to to take responsibility as a man over your household, period. Now, if you ain't in there, I'm not down to you. I'm not saying you whack. I'm not saying you a broke Negro or none of that. I'm saying it's time to prepare and literally set this blueprint to set our women and our children free. All I'm saying.
Tell the truth, bro.
All I'm saying.
Tell the truth. Tell that.
Yeah, yeah. Change the nail in your tent, huh? Yeah,
and
there's
nothing wrong with what YAH'KI is saying. Us as men, because right now we're men. Us as men need to hear it.
Yeah.
This is what I've been preaching to. Listen, why are you taking on women that you said your mama?
Yeah.
Why are you taking on women that you ain't your sister?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
If you ever got to book a hotel room, if you ever got to do that, you going off.
Right.
Unless it's just Queen, I want to get us out the house. If you ever got to book a room to go see a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, you're booking a room. You know what I'm saying? If you're booking rooms to see women, what is really going on? Because you're supposed to have an establishment that you can take them to if they're becoming your wife. Now, this is what I'm saying. Don't get me twisted. If you're working towards getting houses, if you're working towards all this, I'm not talking about you. But if this is your MO though, this your MO, something else going on, man. The truth is the truth. Truth is the truth. If this is your MO, then you are going off. Because we're supposed to be working towards careers. We're supposed to be working towards jobs, position of responsibility to take care of our possessions. And before we get to that point, if we don't get to that point, look, anything we build outside of that is gonna fall. I'm telling you. So like if you're working towards that, I'm not talking about you. But if this your MO and it's been your MO for years, then we already know what it is then. Yeah, it's time to change up. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, so we're not here pointing fingers.
You ain't talking bad about
nobody. Yeah, but we saying
you have to tighten up as men. Being ahead is not no easy thing to do. You see what I'm saying? You have to stand in the front. You see what I'm saying? So unless you wouldn't do that, then just chill.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, you can't be out here just having 4 unlawful court knowledge.
Yeah.
You can't be out here just, laying with dogs. All right, well, I ain't trying to take nobody. Because the Bible don't teach casual sex.
It don't.
It don't teach it. You see what I'm saying? What's that law?
Say that again. Give him the mic. Yeah.
You're not to make whores or sodomites out of sons and daughters.
So look, as men, we supposed to be all working towards that goal, providing shelter for our women. You know what I'm saying? Providing shelter, because I mean, truth be told, we wouldn't even supposed to be having women without shelter in the first place. That's all I'm saying. And you even see that in captivity with Gideon and all of them. You know what I'm saying? They provided a place for their woman. They provided a tent to go take her and lay her in. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, y'all. That's it. And if you're not, if you ain't there, work towards that. If you're working towards that, I'm not talking to you. But if this is your MO and you doing that, you full of lust and you just, you full of lust and you just want to have sex. I mean, truth be told.
And you concentrate and you take something that's precious, because a woman is a possession, but she's a treasure. Why you paying the dowry? You taking wealth out of the father's house. Yeah,
so you got to pay that dowry.
He putting it in your house. Yeah. The man ain't growing if he ain't got a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, the true facts is, you know what I'm saying? The man creates the house and the woman make it a home. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and if y'all need a story about that, the first story, look at Adam and Eve. Adam had to fashion the garden, meaning he had to make that garden look good. Then he had to protect that garden, meaning he had to train up to learn how to protect it. And then that's when Yahweh put him to sleep and gave him his woman. It's right there. It's right in front of our eyes. Right in front of our eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. All right, let's keep it going. All right, let's go to the money bag. Let's get to the money bag. Let's go to, we're going to go to John 13:29. John 13. Yeah, we ain't talking about purses. Get some wallets or something. Don't get no purse. What's up, brother? Gave him the woman. Hey, look, give him the mic. That's important. I'm glad you brought that out too. Now, when we get back, and that's the reason why we got to raise our children up too. Hold on, speak on that louder. Giddy saying something real important, y'all.
We gotta also be in mindset that Christ, his father, gave him an inheritance. Yeah. In this land, we ain't been left no inheritance, and our people ain't set what up for. So who is it on then, Giddy? So it's on us. It's on us. Exactly. We gotta start putting that into practice ASAP, man. Yeah. Life insurance policy. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Speaking number facts. Speaking number facts. We need to have insurance on our significant others. Anything. You go down and all. Let's say if I die right now and I ain't got nothing in play, where is my business going? Where is my inheritance going? Where's all my money going? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's true. We need to get on. We need to be on that ASAP. I'm glad you brought that up. No, straight up. straight up. All right, let's get it. Hey, hey, man, let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 14, 30 to 34. Y'all get some understanding so far? All praise. Can't leave it to your girlfriend. All right, Proverbs. Huh? Oh, my bad, brother. You sure right. I'm going off. Yo, John 13, 29. You sure right, YAH'KI. I'll move it too quick. All right, John 13. John 13. Man, we're going to start that deal at 25. John 13 to 25. Let's talk about this money. Because look, and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, y'all? A lot of Hebrews got in their mindset they supposed to be broke. Like we got that I'm broke in Christ mentality. Huh? Why do we gotta be broke because we Hebrew Israelites? I never understood that. Like we gotta be bums and stuff. Like who said we had to be bums? I've never read that, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, let's go to the book of John. Let's see what the scriptures say. We got to get out of that broke mentality because we in a Mashayah. He wasn't broke. They had a money bag. They had guns or swords. They had protection. He had all of that. We just got to really start re-examining these scriptures. All right, John chapter 13. Start the deal at 25, brother. Let me get there. Give me 2 seconds. Yep. Make all things common. That's the scripture we're going to leave off on, brother. All right, let's get it.
He then, lying on Yahushua's breast, said unto him, Lord, who it is? Jesus answered, He it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas,
Iscariot,
the son of Simon.
Now look, Judas was over the money bag. Ain't that crazy? The betrayer of Christ of Nazareth had the money bag, showing you that you always one person supposed to be appointed the position over the money bag. But notice that's the wrong person. This Negro was the betrayer. He's the one who straight crossed out Christ and got him killed. But he was over the money bag, showing you that they had a whole political party going on. You had somebody over the swords, which was Simon Peter. He was the trainee over the swords of the guns. Then you had Judas, which was over the money. You see that? Christ was the leader of the instructor, the teacher. So what we're seeing being built here is straight up what? A community. We seeing the heads of a community being built. Now, he died before his time. You know what I'm saying? We see Christ, well, I can't say that be going against scripture. Forgive me, Yahweh. He died in the midst of showing us that, but we see that he's putting together a straight leaders and heads of a community. We got a teacher, a shepherd, an instructor. We got somebody that's willing to afflict the will if Christ tells them to do so. We got somebody that's over the money bag. You know what I'm saying? You got Paul who went around building tents. We got carpenters. Bro, they had everything they need just like coming up out of Babylon. Y'all see that? So we have to be trained up in these different areas before we try to build anything. Come on.
And after the sop, Satan entered into him. Then Yahushua unto him that, let me say that over.
Mm-hmm.
And after the sop, Satan entered into him.
YAH'KI.
Then said Jesus unto him that thou doest, do quickly.
Come on.
Now no man at the table knew for what intent he spake unto him.
Come on.
For some of them thought, because Judas had the bag.
Judas had the what?
Judas had the bag.
Judas had the bag. Hey, straight up. Judas had the money bag. No bull. Judas had the money bag, man. He was in control of the bag. You see that? Meaning that they was getting money. Jesus was, look, Christ Yahshua was a carpenter, right? So they was going around building tents, that was building stuff, selling it, that was getting donations, and they was making money for a particular goal. You know what I'm saying? What was that goal? They was eating, providing for themselves, they was giving money to the poor, all of that. Notice that Judas was over the bag. Come on.
That Jesus had said unto him, by those things that we have need of again the feast.
Now read that over, brother.
By those things that we have need of against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor.
So hold on, we got Judas with the money bag. This is how you know it's the money bag, because it said buy those things that which we need against the feast. They're like, go buy the stuff we need for the feast. We got to break bread. Go get some wine. Go get some bread. Whoopty wop. And it says, or that he should give something to the poor. So they weren't only having a money bag and getting things for feast and stuff like that. That was actually giving money to the poor. You see that? Now notice when Peter got the Holy Spirit and they went out, he said, I ain't got money, but I got the name of Yahushua, and he healed him. He made that lame and get up walk. You know what I'm saying? So you see that you have to have a money bag. All this now, look, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Having money for a strong defense is what you're supposed to have, because you got to be able to provide to take care of your family. If not, you out here whack. It's point blank period. You whack out here and you're sinning, because you have to be able to take care of them. You have to be able to provide and protect them. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no reason you have possessions and children and you're not in a position to do that. And if you're not doing that now, you need to put yourself in a position to start doing that. Otherwise, judgment day, you will be judged for that, because you have to take care of your family, period. All right, come on.
He then had receiving the sock went immediately out, and it was night.
All right, we can stop there right there. Let's go to John 12, 1 through 6. John 12, 1 through 6. We're going back a chapter. John 12, 1 through 6. Hold on, let me get there. John 12, 1 through 6, family. We ain't got that much longer to go. And look, right now, and what's crazy is we ain't even into the lesson yet. We just built the foundation, because the whole thing is showing you the revolution part. But right now, I'm showing y'all where we got to be at mentally to start the revolution part. And right now, we're talking about the men. Next, we'll talk about the women and the children. And then it's okay, now it's time to see what happened in the scripture when he told us to come out. We're going to read one scripture where he was talking about the fathers. He said before he come back, the fathers going to have to straight be fathers to their sons, to the father. You start seeing stuff, you're like, dang, so before he even come, I have to be a father to my children. You know what I'm saying? The Most High straight waiting on us to get right, man. He's straight waiting on us to build up his kingdom. He waiting on us to make his church without spot or wrinkle before he come, because he have to present it to himself, spotless and wrinkleless. It makes sense, man. Just make all the sense in the world. All right, so we're going to John 12, 1 through 6. John 12, 1 through 6. Let's get it, brother. Let's see. We talk more about the money bag. Now, remember, back in the day, the temple was the bank. Now we kept the bank on you. And to let you know, man, your money ain't supposed to be all up in these banking systems. Notice where they kept the money at. On them. Straight up. Because if the banking system crashed, where your money going? You see what I'm saying? Notice what they did. They kept their savings and their stash on them, but they had weapons to protect their bag. I'm just saying, let's start looking at the Bible from a different perspective, man. Straight up. Let's get it.
Then Yahushua 6 days before the Passover came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead.
Hallelujah.
There they made him a supper, and Martha served. But Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with him.
Come on.
Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Yahushua.
And you know what's crazy? If you look up some spikenard right now, man, that deal is like $180 just for like 3 ounces. That deal still expensive. Man, that is an expensive oil, man. Straight up. Come on.
And wiped his feet with her hair.
All right, so we got Mary taking some expensive oil that caused the grip, right? She putting this on her hand and rubbing it around Christ Yahushua's feet, and she wiping Christ Yahushua's feet with this expensive ointment in her hair. Now, guess who's gonna have something to say about it? The Negro that's over the bag. You're like, hold on, man, we could have flipped that pint of oil and got some bread. Come on with it.
And the house was filled with odor of the ointment.
See, that was filled with the odor of the ointment. Come on.
Then said one of his disciples.
All right, now look, peep who spoke out first. Come on.
Judas Iscariot. Now,
ain't Judas Iscariot is over the money bag, right? Come on.
Simon's son, which should betray him. Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence?
You see that? Hold on. He like, hold on. You gonna take this expensive spikenard and use it to wash Christ's feet? He like, we should have sold this for 300 pence. Come on.
And giving it to the poor. But look, Christ already know that this Negro is straight whack. He like, man, you was gonna keep that money for yourself.
You wouldn't finna go feed no poor. What is you talking about? But notice though, we have a bag here. Somebody is in control of the walking bank. We need somebody in control of our walking bank, meaning that they was making what? Money for a strong defense. It shouldn't be a room full of broke Hebrews. Period. If after reading this, because we got things to get, we got children and families to take care of. We got vineyards and seeds to buy. We got land that we looking to plot to buy. We got to buy material to build a home. Our people need clothes. Women need to start learning to use that sewing machine. You know what I'm saying? We should not have a room full of women that can't make a full set of garments. Period. That's shameful. Just like a room full of Hebrews that don't have no money in their pocket and don't have no type of skills. That's shameful. Because how we gonna build anything? How? That's shameful. Come on.
This he said, not that he cared for the poor.
You see that? This he said this. He ain't even care for the poor. So meaning he ain't even say this for the poor. Come on.
But because he was a thief.
Because he was a what?
He was a thief.
Now the whole time the Negro that's over the money bag was stealing from the money bag, showing you have to have spiritual discernment. But Christ had spiritual discernment. He was teaching Judas a lesson the whole time. But this go to us, the leaders. Whoever you appoint the money bag to, we best have spiritual discernment because he can be tapping into the bag. You see that? Showing you that building a community, we have to have what? Trust. Gotta be able to trust one another. Especially if you travel. You can't leave your woman on the land and you got lustful Hebrews there. Huh? How's that gonna work? I gotta go on a 3rd day journey work, and my woman can't come because she gotta feed y'all. She gotta feed the whole village. But you got lust problems. You think you finna be on the land with us? Hell to the no. Or you want to get tapped? No. Hey, get black eyes. All right, come on. You're right. Get shot straight up. Come on. Hey. Sarai told the truth though, because I wanted to say it. I just didn't want to say it over the World Wide Web. That show what's gonna happen though. All right, come on.
And half the back.
No, you can say something. Sis want to say something real quick. Yeah. Yeah, there you look, and that's why it's good and imperative that our women learn how to use their weapons as well. Because look, they finna start taking. You see this agenda they got going on now, where they run up into people's homes and making them and testing them, right? They doing this to the houses, the community. Y'all know they finna start. They trying to come up with a law now where they can go on rural land and private property. They're trying to come up with a bill now in the past where they can go up on rural land and private property to come get you. So look, even if we get land that's ducked off, which we gonna get, which is coming, we're gonna have to protect that because they coming. It ain't no hiding and escaping this heathen without YAH'KI. And he's giving us the weapons and he's giving us he's showing us the blueprint. Sell your garment and get you what? A sword. Get you a gun. He said, if you got a money bag, keep it. Make more money. Put more money in it. You got a script, keep it. Make sure it's on you. If you ain't got no sword, sell your clothes and get you one. He's showing you that it's a war coming to us right now. We have to be prepared for it. All right, so look, verse 5 again, brother.
Verse 5. Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence?
Dude going off, boy.
And given to the poor.
Man, come on.
This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bear what was put therein.
Come on.
Then said Yahushua, let her alone. Against the day of my burying have she kept this.
Ooh, come on.
For the poor always ye have with you, but me ye have not always.
All right, we can stop there right there. All right. Stop there right there. And then I want to do one more. Let's go back to this Isaiah 3, and then we're gonna go into Proverbs 31. Matter of fact, I don't want to go there yet. I want to hit on the women next. I'm gonna hit on the women next. Let's do this. Let's go into the politics side. All right, let's go to Timothy. 1 Timothy 2, 1 through 3. And then what we're gonna do is Wednesday. You want to go live with me and just do this? Finish?
Yeah.
All right, bet. We go live Wednesday. All right, most I will.
Most I will.
All right, let's go to 1 Timothy. We're going to get into the politics side because we got to have our politics side in check too. All right, 1 Timothy 2, 1 through 3.
I extort.
Hold on, brother. You gotta wait, brother. Boy, you gotta move with the spirit, man. You just, boy, you been premature the whole game, man. What's going on?
We're about to build a deck real quick.
All right, let's get it.
Listen, labor putting in work over there, boy.
I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplication, prayer, intercession, and giving of thanks be made for all men.
Y'all see that? Come on.
For kings, and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceful life in all godliness and honesty.
Y'all see that? So it's talking about any government rulership, any kings. It says that we supposed to be, look, it says for kings and for all that are in authority. Notice it start off, I exhort therefore that first of all, this is what we're supposed to be doing. All supplication, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men. See that? So imagine if the nation of the whole Babylon was like this. We wouldn't even have no problem. But since we know who the God of Babylon, which is Hashatan, this is what the leaders of Israel, what we supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be giving ourselves over to supplication at all times, prayer at all times, intercessions, and giving thanks. It should be made for all of us. It says for kings, or for this particular dispensation, we're going to say rulers. It says for rulers, it says for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. See that? So that means the leadership must be honest, must be godly, and must be peaceable. That should be the whole thing. Now, sometimes you got to go to war to get peace. Period. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go to war to get peace. Come on.
For this is good.
For this is what?
For this is good.
You see that? This is good and what?
And acceptable. In the sight of God, our Savior.
Ooh, come on.
Who will have all men to be saved and to come unto the knowledge of the truth.
All right, so look, that's the political side. Notice you cannot mention the political side without attaching the spiritual side to it. They the same thing. They the same thing. That's why I notice when people go on TV shows and stuff like that, they have to mark, they got to go through their words before they even go live. You know what I'm saying? You better not say nothing too hard about your God. You better not say this, because you have to have that political side in check. We see that when Christ Yahushua was presented the question. So what? We supposed to just say FC's of money? And he like, dang, they try to catch him in a frenzy. He had to be spiritual and political at the same time without downing his father. So what he say? Render on to Caesar what's due on to Caesar, but render on to Yahweh what's due on to Yahweh. You see that? That shows you political standpoint and spirituality goes hand in hand. Same thing with us. So now when you get to Romans chapter 13, and it tell you to basically obey the laws of whoever the leadership that was put over you, that makes sense. I'm not finna run no stop sign and do this and do that, but you damn sure ain't finna tell me I can't keep my Shabbat day, because I'm gonna give on to my God what's due on to my God. So it shows you that we have to play that political strength too. And if you really, really want to see that, get into that movie, that series AD, and just see the whole thing after Christ died and what Peter and them was going through. It's still on Netflix right now. That'll show you what I'm talking about maintaining the political part, because you have to maintain that, because you are a nation. Every nation have politics. The reason why we don't see that we have them now, because our leaders have failed us, and they straight some bootlicking boy. So they totally fighting for the other side. But if it's coming together how it's supposed to be coming together, our leadership is gonna have to know the political side of everything, because we're gonna be asked. Because now, since we becoming a nation again, our thought counts and matters. All right, so what you think about this war? You know what I'm saying? Then we can start talking about, well, all we know is we got our guns and we petition Yod-Heh, Wah-Heh, Yahweh, Zebaoth, the heavenly armies. You know what I'm saying? That's how we start. Look, we supposed to be in every conversation that they in. When you your whole nation, you got your own money. We the consumers of everything. You got your own armies and your own banks. We don't have none of these things right Dang. Ain't nobody said nothing. Hey, what was the last thing y'all heard us say? What was the last thing y'all heard us say, fam?
Marcus to call me.
Marcus, call me. Marcus just right here. Call NehemiYAH real quick. What was the last word y'all heard? Hey, what was the last thing y'all heard? Right, it was in-house check.
Hey, it's probably where it needed to be. Gotta start house first.
Well, yeah, it is what it is then. Let's keep going. Right. All right. Oh, okay, so it just stopped with the leaders. Okay, Clay. Clay Blackmore said it stopped at the leaders. Jay Free said, the hell if I know. Jay, I free. Yeah, whatever, Negro. Bobby Davis said I was ranting. Whatever, man. I was ranting. Y'all know I okay. Dang, it stopped at render due unto Caesar. That's crazy. All right, y'all. It is what it is. That was probably just for the class only then. That was in-house. All right, look, let's leave off with this last scripture. Come on.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 16.
All right, Matthew chapter 22, verse 16, y'all. What I do, y'all, for y'all that missed that, we just, when we go back up, when me and NehemiYAH go back up Wednesday, I'll put that back in. But maybe that was just some chastising for the class, and that wasn't meant for everybody.
Y'all remember that whooping?
All right, let's get it.
He back there dropping the elbows now.
Start at 15, of course. We can start at 15. All right, let's get it. Start at 14. Hold on. Let me share my screen with y'all again. Dang, that was crazy, man. All right, let's get it.
Matthew 22, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
For many are called,
right,
but few are chosen.
Uh-huh.
Then went the Pharisee and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians.
Yep, there you go.
Saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of Yahweh in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the persons of men.
Right.
Tell us, therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
Uh-huh.
But Yahushua perceived their wickedness.
See, they perceive that wickedness because they try to catch you up. Because one scripture tell you, you know what I'm saying, basically to obey those that's put in subjection over you. But then you got another scripture telling you that the law of Yahweh is first. So they trying to stretch him on a political and spiritual side, which we going to get tested that way too. And we're going to always have to come out on both sides right. Unless they flat out telling us to like straight obey a commandment. And it's like, hey, off of my head then. You know what I'm saying? But notice whenever we build in a nation, we're going to always have to embark on the political side. Always. Come on.
And said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites?
Uh-huh.
Show me the tribute money.
Woo.
And they brought unto him a penny.
Come on.
And he said unto them, who is this image and superscription?
Uh-huh.
Then said unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto Yahweh the things that are Yahweh's.
Come on.
When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way.
See that? Because they couldn't catch him up. Let's leave off on this one scripture, Proverbs 14 and 34. And then we just gonna, me and Nia do a summary over everything we went over today, Wednesday. We do like a 10-minute summary, and then we get into the women's side. Excellent. Thank you, brother. I pray. All right, we're gonna do Proverbs 14 and 34. That's what we're gonna leave it off on. Hey, forgive me, y'all. I don't know what happened, man. You know, when the word really start coming forth, Hashatan be there, and we failed as watchmen. We should have had somebody on there watching that. Proverbs 14, 34. Yep. Thought I was going off or something, Ain't no 34 and 13. Yeah, he thought he was like, you're going off. I know. We just messing with you, brother.
If he drop bones on his son, you imagine what you get.
Oh, man. All right, let's get it. We're going to leave it off with this one.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 34 and 35.
Let's get it.
Righteousness exalted a nation.
You see that? So you know what's going to bring our nation back together? Righteousness. Righteousness exalted a nation. Come on.
But sin is a reproach to any people.
You see that? But sin is a reproach to any people. That's what's going to rip what we build apart. So we can't be building with sin. It have to be righteous. Come on. You're right. What'd you say? It's going to be what? It's going to be in vain. Come on.
The king's favor is towards a wise servant.
Come on.
But his wrath is against him that causeth shame.
All right, so that's what I want to leave it off on. In order to really get this revolution and blueprint, we have to go back to the scripture. We have to stop sinning. We have to embrace our culture. Men have to be men again. We have to learn how to be men. I understand our fathers weren't in our life, or they was in our life and they were showing us wrong examples, but we have to be men again. Man supposed to be providing and protecting for their women and children. Supposed to be building houses. The women is supposed to make the house a home. Women is supposed to be providing the food and making the food. Well, the man provides the food for the household, and she's supposed to put that deal on them skillets and turn that into a meal. You see that? Man supposed to build the house and get the furniture. She supposed to make it look good and decorate it. You know what I'm saying? Men have to literally learn how to be farmers again. Women have to get into agriculture again. It's a shame if a man ain't got no dollar in his pocket right now, that's shameful. Because we have to be working to take care of our family. If you a man right now, you don't got no gun on you or a natural sword, that's shameful. How are you going to protect your woman? Women, if you got a sewing machine in front of you and you can't make no clothes, that's shameful. Flat out. If I put you in front of a stove and you can't make no meals, that is shameful.
It might be what husband is.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to truly start playing our roles and positions again. We have to truly start playing our roles and positions again to rebuild the nation of Israel and to bring on this revolution by way of HaMashiach Yahushua. Y'all get me? So that's what we're going through. Just the roles and the roles. Play your roles. Everybody's not called to be a leader. Period. Everybody's not called to be a musician. Period. Everybody's not called to be a warrior. Period. Everybody's not called to be that way. So find your position, find your talents and your gifts that Yahweh gave you, perfect that and walk in it. That's your purpose.
Let me say this, bro. And everything, we gotta remember everything got to be done in order. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, as far as us being men and providing, we provide spiritually and physically.
Okay.
And once you go out of that order, look what Eve tried to do to her husband. She tried to bring back
Somebody else's.
But he fell from the order. And people don't want to talk about that real first sin. Right. First sin is he fell from his watchman post.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But notice, if you go back to the book of Genesis, and I'm going to say this. Notice what happened. His father left him inheritance. The inheritance was the garden. So he had a proper place for his woman and his wife to be when he got one. All right. Before Eve was ever created, he told Adam, I'm leaving you an inheritance, which is the garden. He said he placed him in the garden. He told him to do what? Fashion it, which means to furnish the place, and keep it, which is shamar, means to guard. So before he was able to even get a woman, he had to be able to take care of her, fashion the house, and protect the woman in the house. Then and do work. Because fashion. So he had to work. And then look, after that was established, then Eve was created, right? From the father, he went to the father. I need me a woman. I got the place in order. I got the place she can stay. I can feed her. We got fruits growing. I can protect her. Now can I have my woman? Boom. He put him to sleep, then created the woman. Now that is a self-sustaining family. They was able to walk right out of their caves and tents and pick fruit from the trees. They had water they can drink from. Everything was there in abundance in front of them. It ain't like that today. You know what I'm saying? Before you start picking up these women, man, make sure you got a place to put them at, y'all. We for real. You know what I'm saying? According to the scripture. Anything else other than that is lust. And look, we can't be building no type of foundation on lust. It won't look. The community will fall in one day. It'll fall in one day. So that's all I'm saying. So if you a man and if you do got wives or you do got a wife and you don't have no house to put them in, you know what I'm saying? You off. But look, we're not judging you. Just start working on that. You know what I'm saying? Period. Get that together. That's all I'm saying. Because this is what's going to really rebuild. It's the blueprint. not your own ideology, not your own thinking, not your own scriptures that you're breaking down for yourself. We talking about the blueprint on Yahweh's and how he did it. And you will never see that happening even in captivity. Even in captivity where it's shelter for our women and our children. Period. Yeah, all of it. So yeah, but next week we getting on the women too, and then we're gonna bring it all the way together. So again, this was called the blueprint to Hebrew Israelite Revolution. All right, hallelujah.
You know what the beauty of it, the whole thing about that first marriage and the last scripture he read here, righteous builds, but what tears it apart?
Yeah, sin.
And what took the first one apart?
Yeah, sin. Sin. Really? And look, that's where all that pain and affliction and sickness came in. Notice you never hear about inflammation, sickness, all the stuff that's going blasting, mildew, the things that we actually read in Deuteronomy 28. You don't hear about none of that in the garden until after they left. You know what I'm saying? Until after they ate of that forbidden fruit. See, that real fruit that was in the garden was going to give them life. That was the tree of life. They was going to live eternal off that in their glorified body. The moment that they ate that wrong food, that's when sickness, all these diseases set in and death set in. So we see what's going to rebuild back up a nation. You know what I'm saying? Good, righteous, strong, mighty men. You know what I'm saying? Intelligent men, good, righteous, strong women that's going to give good, righteous, strong children. That's what's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything other than that is going to be anarchy, man. Period. Righteous leaders, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's go and pray on out. Y'all ready to get it? If y'all got some understanding, say amen. Amen. Hallelujah. If y'all got some understanding on this chat, type in some nines. Do anybody got any questions? I mean, that was self-explanatory, but if anybody got any questions, let me know.
What statement? Hey, Push, get your wife from me.
I just want to say that before like the shutdown and everything like this, I was gonna have like a class and the business was, and I told Fred on all my clothes. I was gonna have a class for us to fold Fred and stuff like that on our clothes, and I talked to Chris about it till he was cool with it. So once everything get back to normal, I was gonna have it, I was gonna provide everything.
I got a question, sis. What happened if everything don't get back to normal?
I mean, we can do it.
Anyway. Yeah, there you go. All right. So, anyway. So we got a sister. We got a sister that's saying she gotta work that machine. You know what I'm saying? Because again, women, y'all should know how to make clothes for your household. Just like we provide the linen, y'all should know how to make clothes with that linen. And that's why next class on Wednesday, we finna break open that Proverbs 31, that working woman. Now, was she working for the heathen? No, she wasn't. But was she working? Yes, she was. She was working for her husband in a house that he provided for her. And they had that bag. Because it said that she seeth the field and she looks and she buys it. Woo! How much money she had in that bag walking past? She probably was on her way to pick something. Hey, I see some land. I know my king will love this land. Let me go drop a couple on there real quick. Hey, that's how we supposed to be building it up.
Well, you know you want the woman to buy.
Yeah. But and he trusted her. He trusted her with the bag and everything. Because it says his heart do safely trusted in her. You know what I'm saying? So he trusted her because he knew, look, she gonna do good with this bag. I'm gonna eat every day. It said that she got up with the sun, y'all. She went to sleep early and got up with the sun, and she fed the who first? The servants first. Man, it sounded like that man was running him a mighty household. I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
In Proverbs 31, they never read the first few words.
They don't, but we going into that. So let's not spoil it. We're going into that. Me and you going into that Wednesday. All right, let's get this. Let's petition the heavens for our brother Malachi Maccabee and all the sick in Israel. And let's get up out of here. All right, let's get it. Yeah, now that's beautiful, sister.
Everybody got any words?
And if any of y'all sisters get inspired to do any of that, if y'all sisters get inspired to do sisterly things, let us know. Because like our women, look, it ain't the man that just need to get it together. The women is off as hell too, and need to get it together as well. Flat out. Let's keep it 1,000 up here. Let's keep it all the way 1,000 across the board. Let's keep it $150. All right, let's get it.
What other one?
Hallelujah, hallelujah. All praise, all praise. Y'all ready? Hallelujah. All praise.
Yabareka Yahweh Veish Merika Ya'er Yahweh Puna Elika Vikuleka Yesa Yahweh Puna Elika Ve'asem Shalom Ve'asem Shalom Yabareka Yahweh Veish Merika Ya'er Yahweh Puna Elika Vikunega Yesa Yahweh Puna Elika Ve'asem Shalom Ve'asem Shalom Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. May the Most High bless you, and may the Most High keep you, and He shall shine His face upon you. He will bless you, and He will keep you, and He will give you peace. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's pray down. All right, Heavenly Father, please, we bring before you all the sick in Israel. We bring before your mercy seat Malaki Maccabee, our brother. We bring before your mercy seat all the sick in Israel. Yahweh, use us as your battle axe and weapon of war to come against attack and to crack the backs and break the skull of any sickness, of any inflammation, of any disease, of any STDs, of any thyroid disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, anything that is afflicting your people, Yahweh. We call on Yahweh, the angel, Rofi Fika, Rofi Nu, Rofika, Rofi Nu. Bring down a healing that is complete. Rain down a healing that is understood right now. Right now. Loose yourself now. Loose yourself now in the name of HONORANDHUMILITY Yahushua. Loose yourself now in the name of HONORANDHUMILITY Yahushua. YAH'KI in the name, in the blood of Christ of Nazareth. Yahweh, we bring before you all your sick in Israel, whether it be inflammation, whether it be kings, whether it be dominions over them, anything that's over these sicknesses, whether it's mental illness, loose yourself right now. Loose yourself right now in the name of HONORANDHUMILITY Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahweh, Rofika, Rofi Nu, Yahweh El Yon, Yahweh Zipa'oth. Loose your ministering angels and command them to protect us. Command them to come down and build a fence around us to keep the blessed ones in and to keep the unrighteous out. Right now. Command your healing angels to come down and bring us a healing that is complete right now. Right now. A healing that's understood right now. Yahweh El Yon, use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against and to attack and to crack the skulls of any mental illness, of any disease that's plaguing our people right now. Loose yourself in the name of HONORANDHUMILITY Yahushua, YAH'KI in the name and in the blood right now. Yahweh Baruch, Yahweh, please send down your blessings among us. Let them chase us down and overtake us. Yahweh, send us down. Send us down your Ruach, your holy Ruach HaKodesh, and chase us down and overtake us to give us the gift, to give us the spirit of discernment right now. Yahweh, strengthen the leaders. Any lust upon this congregation, cast it out right now into a herd of swine. Right now. Any jealousy, any enviness among this congregation, cast it out right now. In the name of HONORANDHUMILITY Yahushua, YAH'KI, the name in the blood. Let us pray. Let us claim the victory now in the name of
in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach Aman. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yahuwah. Hallelujah. All praise. All praise. And let you know we learned how to pray. We learned how to pray, brother. You taught us that we learned. All praise. And hopefully this lesson was very, very, very understood to y'all, family. Man, I hope that freed a lot of y'all. Write these things down. It's time for the practical application of Torah, y'all. Let's quit just reading. You know what I'm saying? Read these things. It's time to bring these things into play, into action, y'all. Love y'all, deem the truth. Shalom alaikum. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom tov. Shalom shalom. What's up with my brother? How be is thou?